Welcome back to the channel, USA Coins 69, destination for anyone fascinated by rare and valuable coins from the United States and beyond. Today, we're diving deep into one of America's most beloved and iconic coins, the 1-cent Lincoln wheat penny from 1953. This coin might look simple at first glance, just a small piece of copper with a familiar face, but believe me, it carries a rich story, historical significance, and potentially incredible value for collectors. Stick around until the very end, because we're going to reveal just how much a 1953 Lincoln wheat penny in the right condition could be worth today. It's truly astonishing. Let's start with the history, because understanding the past is what makes collecting coins so exciting. The Lincoln wheat penny has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, introduced to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, one of the nation's most revered presidents. The design was the first time a real person's likeness appeared on a regular issue U.S. coin, making it groundbreaking at the time. By 1953, the United States was firmly in the post-World War II era, experiencing significant economic growth, social change, and an expanding middle class. Coins from this period weren't just currency, they were pieces of American life, circulating in pockets, cash registers, and piggy banks across the country. The 1953 Lincoln wheat penny carries all of this history within its small copper frame. On the obverse side, you'll see Abraham Lincoln's profile, facing right, a design sculpted by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's thoughtful, dignified expression captures his enduring legacy, and every detail, from the lines in his hair to the contours of his face, reflects meticulous artistry. Around him, you'll find the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty" on the left, and the year, 1953, to mark the minting. But there's more than just the year. The mint mark is critical for collectors. Some 1953 pennies carry the D mint mark from Denver, while others have no mint mark, indicating Philadelphia. Each mint location affects rarity and value, which we'll get into in just a moment. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the iconic wheat stalks that give this series its nickname, the wheat penny. These two elegant stalks frame the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, and beneath that is the phrase, e pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one. This reverse design was a tribute to American agriculture, strength, and unity, reminding everyday people that even the smallest coins held deep national significance. The wheat ears symbolize prosperity, growth, and the hard-working spirit of the American people, which resonates even today for collectors who value both the artistry and the story behind each coin. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1953 Lincoln wheat penny so fascinating in the collector's world: rarity and condition. While millions of these pennies were minted, very few have survived in near-perfect, uncirculated condition. Over the decades, most were spent, lost, or suffered wear and tear. A coin with sharp details, vibrant color, and no scratches or dents is a rare find. Collectors are always hunting for coins in exceptional condition because they represent a piece of history frozen in time, and there's another factor that adds to the intrigue: mint marks. A penny from Denver or Philadelphia can have very different levels of scarcity depending on production numbers and surviving specimens. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark were produced in higher quantities, making them more common, while certain Denver issues are harder to find in pristine condition. Collectors pay close attention to these details, because even a small mark can dramatically increase a coin's value. Some 1953 Lincoln wheat pennies even have unique characteristics or minting errors that make them extraordinarily valuable. These errors can range from double dies, misstruck designs, off-center strikes, or unusual metal composition. Such coins are one-of-a-kind treasures, and collectors are often willing to pay significant sums to add these rarities to their collections. Every tiny imperfection, or sometimes, perfection, tells a story, making each coin a remarkable piece of numismatic history. Now, imagine holding one of these coins in your hand, the weight of history, the craftsmanship, the years of circulation, and yet a piece of it survives perfectly preserved. That's the thrill of collecting Lincoln wheat pennies. They are not just currency, they are storytellers, history lessons, and investments all in one. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the ultimate reveal. If you happen to own a 1953 Lincoln wheat penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting characteristic, its value could be absolutely staggering. This tiny, humble coin could be worth $90,000. Yes, $90,000 for a single 1953 Lincoln wheat penny. It's incredible to think that something so small, so common-looking at first glance, could hold such extraordinary value. So, if you have any old pennies tucked away in jars, drawers, or coin collections, it's worth taking a closer look. That 1953 Lincoln wheat penny could be more than just a piece of history, it could be a life-changing treasure. Collectors, investors, and history lovers alike all recognize the unique allure of these coins, making them some of the most sought-after pennies in the entire Lincoln wheat series. Today, we're going to take a closer look at a coin that has captured the hearts of collectors for decades, the 1-cent Lincoln wheat penny from 1956. While it might seem like an ordinary piece of copper at first glance, this penny carries a rich history, remarkable artistry, and a collector value that might just surprise you. Stick around until the very end, because the value of this coin could be life-changing, and you won't want to miss it. Let's start by stepping back in time to understand the significance of the 1956 Lincoln wheat penny. The Lincoln Cent series was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it marked a historic moment in U.S. coinage history. This was the first time a real person's portrait was featured on a regular circulation coin, breaking with centuries of tradition. By the time we reach 1956, the United States was in a period of post-war prosperity. The economy was thriving, families were expanding, and the American dream was in full swing. Coins like the Lincoln wheat penny were circulating widely, in pockets, cash registers, and piggy banks, serving as a small but constant reminder of the nation's history and values. The 1956 Lincoln wheat penny, while seemingly modest, carries a design that is both iconic and meaningful. On the obverse, you'll find the dignified profile of Abraham Lincoln, sculpted by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's expression reflects wisdom, resilience, and the integrity that made him one of the most revered figures in American history. Around his portrait are the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty," to the left, and the date, 1956, to mark the year of minting. The mint mark, whether it's a D for Denver or absent for Philadelphia, plays a crucial role in determining rarity and collector value, and we'll explore that in just a moment. Flipping the coin to the reverse, you'll see the celebrated wheat ears that define this series. Two elegant stalks flank the words, 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum below, reminding us of the nation's motto, out of many, one. These wheat ears aren't just decorative, they symbolize prosperity, hard work, and the agricultural foundation that shaped early American life. For collectors, the reverse design is as important as the obverse, representing a period in history when attention to detail and symbolism mattered deeply in everyday currency. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1956 Lincoln wheat penny truly special for collectors today. While millions of these pennies were minted, very few have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Most pennies were used in daily transactions, accumulating scratches, discoloration, and wear over the decades. A coin that has been carefully preserved, retaining its original copper luster and sharp details, is exceedingly rare. Collectors know that condition is everything in numismatics, and a 1956 Lincoln wheat penny in exceptional condition can become a prized centerpiece of any collection. The mint mark also plays a pivotal role in determining value. Pennies from the Philadelphia Mint carry no mint mark, while those from Denver bear the letter D. Coins from certain mints can be significantly rarer in high-grade condition, which drives collector interest and market prices. Additionally, some 1956 pennies exhibit minor minting errors or unusual characteristics that make them even more desirable. Misaligned strikes, double dies, or subtle variations can transform a simple penny into a one-of-a-kind treasure, highly sought after by collectors who understand that rarity and uniqueness drive value. Imagine holding a coin that has survived over 6 decades, maintaining its pristine appearance, every detail of Lincoln's face sharp, every wheat stalk perfectly defined, and perhaps even displaying a rare minting error. That coin isn't just money, it's a tangible piece of history, a symbol of post-war America, and a collectible that connects us to the people and stories of the past. For collectors, there's an unmatched thrill in discovering a coin like this, knowing it's one of the few that has withstood the test of time in such remarkable condition. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the incredible reveal. If you happen to own a 1956 Lincoln Wheat penny in uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting feature, it could be worth an astonishing $95,000. Yes, $95,000 for a single 1956 Lincoln Wheat penny. It's amazing to think that a coin so small, so ordinary looking at first, could carry such extraordinary value. So, if you have old pennies tucked away in jars, boxes, or collections, take a closer look at the 1956 Lincoln Wheat penny. Its historical significance, classic design, rarity in pristine condition, and potential minting errors make it one of the most sought-after coins from the Lincoln Wheat series. A coin that may have been overlooked for decades could turn out to be a rare treasure worth a fortune. Today, we're going to explore one of the most iconic and historically significant coins in American numismatics, the 1-cent Lincoln Wheat penny from 1942. While it might look like a simple penny at first glance, this coin is steeped in history, exceptional design, and collector value that can surprise even the most seasoned enthusiasts. Stay with us all the way through, because by the end, you'll discover just how much this 1942 Lincoln Wheat penny could be worth, and trust me, it's extraordinary. Let's start by stepping back to the early 1940s. The United States was deep in a transformative period. 1942 was the first full year after the attack on Pearl Harbor, and the country was fully engaged in World War II. Everything, from the economy to everyday life, was influenced by the war effort. The Lincoln Wheat penny from this year isn't just a coin, it's a tangible piece of history, a silent witness to one of the most challenging and pivotal periods in American history. Every penny minted that year carried more than monetary value, it carried a story, a piece of the American spirit, and a reminder of perseverance during uncertain times. The obverse of the 1942 Lincoln Wheat penny features the familiar and iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's portrait is dignified and solemn, fitting for a nation facing global conflict while striving to maintain unity and hope at home. Around Lincoln's profile are the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty," on the left, and the year, 1942, to indicate the minting. The mint mark, found just below the date, is critical for collectors. Coins with a D mint mark were minted in Denver, while those with an S were struck in San Francisco, and coins without a mint mark come from Philadelphia. Each mint has its own rarity and collector appeal, which we'll explore shortly. Turning the coin over, you'll find the famous wheat ears that give the series its beloved nickname, the Wheat penny. These two wheat stalks frame the words, 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum inscribed beneath. The design celebrates the agricultural backbone of America and symbolizes growth, prosperity, and unity. In a time of war, these symbols were more than decorative, they represented hope, resilience, and the enduring spirit of the American people. The reverse design, simple yet elegant, has captivated collectors for generations, making it one of the most enduring and recognizable coin designs in American history. Now, what makes the 1942 Lincoln Wheat penny so compelling for collectors today? It's a combination of rarity, historical significance, and condition. Millions of these pennies were minted during 1942, but very few have survived in uncirculated, pristine condition. Most were used in everyday transactions, bearing the marks of circulation, scratches, discoloration, and wear. A penny from this year that maintains its original luster, sharp detail, and perfectly preserved design is extremely rare. Collectors understand that condition is everything, and a high-grade 1942 penny can become a centerpiece of any collection. Mint marks play a crucial role in determining value. Certain mint locations produced fewer coins or have fewer surviving specimens in top condition, making them highly sought after. For example, Denver and San Francisco issues, particularly in uncirculated grades, are often rarer and more valuable than Philadelphia coins. Additionally, some 1942 pennies feature minor minting errors, such as double dies, slight misstrikes, or unusual metal variations, that make them one-of-a-kind treasures. These error coins are prized in the numismatic world because they are not only rare but also tell a unique story about the minting process during a tumultuous time in history. Imagine holding a 1942 Lincoln wheat penny in your hand, uncirculated, with every line on Lincoln's face sharp, every detail on the wheat ears crisp, and perhaps even a rare minting anomaly. That coin isn't just a penny, it's a piece of history, a symbol of resilience during World War II, and a collectible that could significantly impact your collection or even your life. The thrill of discovering a coin in this condition, one that has survived over 8 decades without losing its original beauty, is unmatched. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the incredible reveal. If you happen to own a 1942 Lincoln wheat penny in uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting feature, it could be worth an astonishing $98,000. Yes, $98,000 for a single 1942 Lincoln wheat penny. It's truly remarkable to think that a small, humble coin, something we often overlook, could hold such extraordinary value. So, if you have any old pennies tucked away in jars, drawers, or coin collections, it's worth taking a closer look at the 1942 Lincoln wheat penny. Its historical significance, elegant design, rarity in pristine condition, and potential for unique minting features make it one of the most sought-after coins in the Lincoln wheat series. A coin that may have been forgotten for decades could turn out to be a rare treasure worth a small fortune. Today, we're exploring a true gem from American numismatics, the 1-cent Lincoln wheat penny from 1944. This small, seemingly ordinary coin has a story that stretches far beyond its copper surface. It carries with it history, artistry, and the potential for incredible value. Stay with me all the way to the end, because the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny could be worth a life-changing amount, and you won't want to miss it. Let's start by traveling back to 1944, a pivotal moment in American history. The world was engulfed in the final years of World War II, and life in the United States was shaped by the war effort. Every penny, dime, and nickel that circulated told a story of a nation united in purpose. The Lincoln wheat penny from 1944 is more than just currency, it's a tangible piece of history that connects us to the resilience, determination, and spirit of the American people during one of the most challenging times in modern history. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's portrait is a symbol of strength, leadership, and integrity, capturing the essence of the man who preserved the Union during its most trying times. Around his portrait, the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year, 1944, are clearly engraved. Below the date, the mint mark tells collectors which mint produced this coin. No mint mark indicates Philadelphia, D signifies Denver, and an S denotes San Francisco. The mint mark plays a crucial role in determining rarity and value, which is something collectors pay close attention to. Turn the coin over, and you'll find the reverse featuring the iconic wheat ears that define this series. 2 carefully engraved wheat stalks frame the words, 1 cent and United States of America, with De Pluribus Unum beneath. This design is not just decorative, it's symbolic, representing prosperity, hard work, and the agricultural backbone of America. In 1944, these symbols were especially poignant, reminding citizens of the strength and resilience needed to endure wartime challenges. The reverse design, elegant in its simplicity, has captivated collectors for generations and remains one of the most beloved coin designs in American history. So, what makes the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny so valuable to collectors today? The key factors are rarity, historical significance, and condition. Millions of these pennies were minted, but very few have survived in uncirculated condition. Most coins from this era were used in everyday transactions and show signs of wear, scratches, discoloration, and loss of detail. A coin that retains its original copper luster and sharp details is extremely rare and highly sought after. For collectors, condition is everything, and a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny in pristine condition can become a centerpiece of a collection. The mint mark further influences the coin's value. Certain mint locations, like Denver or San Francisco, had fewer coins survive in top condition compared to Philadelphia, making them particularly desirable. Additionally, some 1944 pennies were produced with unique characteristics or minor minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual metal compositions. These error coins are considered one-of-a-kind treasures, often fetching much higher prices due to their rarity and uniqueness. Imagine holding a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny in your hand, perfectly preserved, with every line on Lincoln's face sharp, every wheat stalk detailed and crisp, and perhaps even showing a rare minting anomaly. This isn't just a coin, it's a piece of history, a symbol of the American spirit during a tumultuous time, and a collectible that could dramatically impact your collection or even your life. The excitement of discovering such a coin is unlike anything else in the world of numismatics, and now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the incredible reveal. If you happen to own a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny in uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting feature, it could be worth an astonishing $88,000. Yes, $88,000 for a single 1944 Lincoln wheat penny. It's truly amazing to think that a coin so small, something we often overlook, could carry such extraordinary value. So, if you have any old pennies tucked away in jars, drawers, or coin collections, take a close look at the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny. Its historical significance, timeless design, rarity in pristine condition, and potential for unique minting errors make it one of the most coveted coins in the Lincoln wheat series. A coin that might have been forgotten for decades could turn out to be an extraordinary treasure worth a small fortune. Absolutely. Here's a very long, engaging, and immersive YouTube script for the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny, keeping it captivating and saving the price reveal for the end. Hello, coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and treasure hunters. Welcome back to our channel, the ultimate destination for rare and valuable coins that tell stories of history, craftsmanship, and hidden fortunes. Today, we're diving into one of the most classic and iconic coins in American numismatics, the 1-cent Lincoln wheat penny from 1939. At first glance, it might seem like just another penny, but this small piece of copper is steeped in history, exceptional artistry, and incredible collector value. Stay with me until the very end, because the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny could be worth an extraordinary amount, and you'll want to know just how much. Let's start by traveling back to the year 1939. The United States was slowly emerging from the Great Depression, and the world was on the brink of a global conflict with the outbreak of World War II. Life in America was marked by cautious optimism, resilience, and a desire to rebuild and thrive. Every coin that circulated during this period wasn't just money, it was a symbol of hope, perseverance, and the American spirit. The 1939 Lincoln wheat penny captures that era perfectly, carrying the story of a nation striving for stability and progress. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the dignified profile of Abraham Lincoln, sculpted by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's face is etched with remarkable detail, reflecting strength, wisdom, and integrity, qualities that continue to inspire generations. Surrounding Lincoln are the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty," on the left, and the year, 1939, to mark the coin's production. The mint mark, located just below the date, indicates which mint produced the coin: no mint mark for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and an S for San Francisco. These mint marks are extremely important for collectors, as they can greatly influence the rarity and value of the coin. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the iconic wheat ears that give the series its nickname, the wheat penny. Two beautifully engraved stalks frame the words, 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum beneath. The wheat design symbolizes prosperity, growth, and the hardworking spirit of the American people. In 1939, these symbols were particularly meaningful, serving as a reminder of hope and resilience during challenging economic times. The elegance and simplicity of the design have made it one of the most beloved coin reverses in American history, admired by collectors for generations. So, what makes the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny so special for collectors today? The main factors are rarity, historical significance, and condition. Millions of pennies were minted in 1939, but very few have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Most coins from this era were used extensively, showing wear, scratches, discoloration, and loss of detail. A coin that has retained its original luster and sharp features is exceedingly rare and highly sought after. Collectors know that condition is everything, and a 1939 Lincoln wheat penny in exceptional condition can become the centerpiece of any collection. The mint mark also plays a crucial role in determining a coin's value. Certain mint locations produced coins that are harder to find in top condition today. Denver and San Francisco coins, in particular, are often rarer in uncirculated grades compared to Philadelphia issues. Additionally, some 1939 pennies were struck with minor minting anomalies, doubled dies, slight misalignments, or variations in metal composition. These error coins are especially prized because they are unique, telling the story of the minting process and adding extraordinary value to an already rare coin. Imagine holding a 1939 Lincoln wheat penny in your hand, perfectly preserved, with Lincoln's face sharp, every wheat stalk crisp, and perhaps even featuring a rare minting error. This isn't just a piece of currency, it's a tangible piece of history, a symbol of American resilience, and a collectible that could dramatically impact your collection or even your life. The excitement of discovering such a coin, one that has survived over 8 decades without losing its beauty, is unmatched. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the incredible reveal. If you happen to own a 1939 Lincoln wheat penny in uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting characteristic, it could be worth an astonishing $80,000. Yes, $80,000 for a single 1939 Lincoln wheat penny. It's incredible to think that something so small, something we often overlook in our daily lives, could hold such extraordinary value. So, if you have any old pennies tucked away in jars, boxes, or coin collections, it's worth taking a closer look at the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny. Its historical significance, classic design, rarity in pristine condition, and potential for unique minting anomalies make it one of the most sought-after coins in the Lincoln wheat series. A coin that may have been forgotten for decades could turn out to be a rare treasure worth a small fortune. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore the history, artistry, and remarkable value of the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny. If you love this deep dive into American coin history and want to discover more rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single treasure hunt. We have countless coins to explore, incredible stories to uncover, and hidden values to reveal, and you won't want to miss a single one. Until next time, happy collecting, treasure hunters, and remember, sometimes the smallest coins hold the biggest surprises.